Okay, this is Holly Plyler, and I'm going to teach you a little bit today about the edit poly modifier. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go into our left viewport by clicking L. Okay. Now what we can do is create different objects here because this is the create panel. I'm going to choose box right now just because it's very simple, very easy to look at with the edit poly modifier. Okay. So I've created my box. Go to orthographic view and I can look at it. Looks nice. Okay, now the way we're going to add edit poly modifier, the way we're going to convert our object into an edit poly is by adding a modifier, which is right here in the modify panel. I can go here in the modifier list, I click the button down and I drag it until I find edit poly. Here it is. It's alphabetical. And here we have our editable poly now. Let me show you this. This is kind of what the edit poly does. It creates a layer. If we hit the little light button right here though, it goes back the way it was. And we can actually even delete it. And it goes away. Okay? So we're going to put it back on there because I actually did want that. And we're going to show you a little bit of how this box is put together, okay? Now what the edit poly modifier does is that it lets you edit different parts of the box. If we hit F3, we can go into our wireframe view and we can actually see our box. Okay, now here are the different things you can edit. You can edit vertexes, which are just basically the dots right here, which help create your object, okay? Another thing we have to edit is vertex. And there are all the vertexes. And then we have polygon. And we can edit those three things. Border we can edit, but it's kind of complicated. We're not really going to go into it. And that's not really necessary right now anyway. Okay. So, first thing we can do is we can move and rotate these different elements. Okay? So here is the move tool. I can move it. Then I can rotate it. And I can also scale it right here. Let me select that. Okay. So we go in, we see our box now looks different. Okay, now that's all well and good, but it doesn't exactly give us many options for things we can do. So I'm going to go into polygon right here because it's the easiest one to use. And it's kind of the most powerful too. I guess vertex and edge are too, but polygon, because it's called an edit poly, it just makes sense to show you how to do a poly first, okay? So if we go down here and we look at edit polygons and edit geometry is what we mainly want to work with for a beginning tutorial. So the things we can create here is we can go extrude, and we can go, oh, I want to extrude it really big. Okay, you see, this keeps our polygon and brings it up. At the same time, it creates 4 different polygons around it. If I can, okay, there. See the polygons? Okay, now I could actually even go in and create another extrude here, and just continue extruding until my heart's little desire. But I don't really want that, so I'm going to go back and delete all that. Now another thing we can do is we can inset. So I select my polygon, go inset, and if you go in the settings, it's a little bit more comprehensive. Let's see. What this does is it does the same thing as extrude, except it doesn't add any height to the polygon you created. Kind of shrinks it down. Then we can move it up if we want to. And scale it. A whole bunch of crazy things. Okay, now. What else should I want to show you? I think that's about all I want to show you for the polygon right now, okay? You can create a bunch of things with just that. You could go, oh, I want to create, let's see, inset. Okay. Then I'm going to inset these two, and I can select multiple polygons at the same time. Oh, that looks funny. Okay, so I can inset both of these. Maybe go back. like Maybe those are some sort of strange house with windows. No, I don't like any of that, so I'm going to take it all out. There we go. Got my box back. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is edge, which is the only other thing I think I'm going to teach you. Edge can also create polygons because a polygon is made up of, I guess, 3 different things. It's made up first of the vertexes, with, if you remember in math class, ooh, how'd that happen? Anyway, vertexes. And then it's made up of edges, which are lines. And a spline is made up of 2 vertices which connect together. Okay? And then a polygon is made up of at least probably 3 polygons, because you probably need a triangle at least. And 3 edges. Okay? That makes sense? Oh, now pull it down. Don't like that. Okay. With the edge tool, what I can do is I can select one edge, and I can go right here, and I can ring it, and I can hit connect, and I can add more if I want them. I can connect those 2, create a grid type thing. Then I can go in and go into my polygon tool and totally edit those even more. Gives me a lot of control. But you want to start from a very basic shape and go into detail rather than the other way around. Okay. Now next thing we can do with this is we can go select another edge. Maybe I'll Control V all that out. Okay. I can also chamfer edges, which basically means if I select one edge, I'll show you how that works. Got one edge, I can hit chamfer, and it's going to create 2 edges. Okay? See how that did? If I hit chamfer again, it's going to do it again. Probably don't do it that much the second time because it kind of overlays each other and looks funny. See, it creates, let's see, it created 3 new edges and 6 new vertexes, because remember, in order to have an edge you need at least 2 vertices, okay? Move these. That's about it for the edit poly modifier. When you're done, you cancel. No, that's about it for the edit poly modifier. If you have any questions, please email me again, okay?